Okay. There we go. There we go. Time to rock and roll, boy. It's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is a Friday, and I am SneakyDevil, which means it's time again for Fanfiction Contempt Theater 9001. I hope you guys all prepared yourselves today, because this is going to be painful.
Sneaky's told me he's got some special stories for us, so I'm ready to die, and we haven't even started the show yet. So
yeah. As always, you can find the stories we are going to be covering in the link down below to their Discord. And as always, do not contact or otherwise do anything with people that we feature on this stream unless they specifically ask for it. Yes, indeed. Greetings, fellow people. Yes, more painful than normal. Because you know why it's more painful than normal? I'll tell you why it's more painful than normal. Reveal yourself, fiction! That's why it's more painful than normal. Let's get this started.
I'm already upset by this author's note.
Yep, well, I hope you guys are ready for this. The Big Boss. Naruto used everything he had when he summoned the clones, but it turned backfire a little because it only summoned some green creatures. And what's the hell is Wag? And why the hell is Sasuke suddenly wanting to be his friend? Rookie 9 Legion Masters. I adopted 2 unused stories and combined them. That's the reaction that we needed.
I apologize to anyone who may have been wearing headphones.
I would like to point out that not only did this person adopt a 40k story, they proceeded to adopt a second story, put it in the 40k story they had already adopted, and ran with it.
You know what, Art? If you're bleeding out of your ears and your eyes, at least you'll experience the sweetness of death.
It exploded. Need to know.
Oh my god, out of all the ways you could put orcs in Naruto, a messed up shadow clone jutsu is the worst! I don't think there's a worse one!
Indeed.
Like, the orcs literally just spontaneously appearing out of nothing is actually higher than this.
Honestly, really. 2 new people, you guys have bad timings. Do we have new people?
Alternately, one could suggest they have excellent timing.
No, Vision and Sauron are both old and recent hands. Author's note. Number 1, I own nothing but OCs. Number 2, this will be a harem. And it will have lemons. Don't like it? Well, there's other fanfics out there. Number 3, this is for the sexy jutsu. I'm being disturbed. I need an adult.
Yeah, I could be playing the Metal Gear beta right now. I could be playing Bloodborne. I could be playing Gundam. I could be playing Medieval 2. But
yes.
Nah, this is what I'm doing with my Friday night.
Yes. Woo! Lemon harems with orcs. Oh, I don't have enough vodka for this story. If you don't like this story, don't be mean and tell me that. I'm totally telling you it now.
However, to the rest of you, respect the author's wishes and leave them alone.
Yeah.
We're already going to tell them this
I'm
story's a
telling
terrible
them
idea.
that. You guys don't. Okay. Woo! Let's get going. In the void of space, there are few things as peaceful as uninhabited planets. Untouched by the troubles of life, they bask quietly in the light of their mother stars, one of the most serene views in the universe. E187606 was a prime example of this type of planet, only listed on Imperial records as beautiful and... I'm not gonna try.
Hold up. An Imperial planet listed as beautiful that's also uninhabited?
Yes.
I think not.
Yes, indeed. So do
Because
you want to handle the orc voices?
I can't fucking do orc. I mean, I'll try, but...
Yeah, better than my attempts, probably.
Don't expect nothing, people. Look out the window. Is that Armageddon? Well, war boss, naff thug, bad orc, shouted as he held...
Oh, see, I read that as Bedork.
Dak Ort's bolts resident Big Mech by his throat with his inactive power claw. Said mech was currently pressed face first against the main panorama window of the flying war squig. Now, I know these names are terrible. That is not the author's fault. That is proper orky naming conventions.
Gargle, Bolts replied, realizing his subordinate's need for air. Thug released his grip slightly.
No, actually, I'm pretty sure orcs don't need air, actually.
They only need air if they think they need air. I believe that's
right.
The convention. Because remember, they don't know that space doesn't have air in it, so that's why they're able to breathe in space.
Right, that's right.
Also, yes, Isley is correct.
We just refuse to acknowledge the fact that space doesn't have any.
Isley is correct, and Orc's power claw is never inactive.
That implies the orcs know what an off switch is?
That implies the orcs know what an on switch is, besides big red button that says press me.
It doesn't even say press me, it's just a big red button, Sneaky. Let's be real.
Fuck air! Yes, indeed. No boss.
That's not Armageddon.
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 Gideon. That's actually Gideon. That's actually pronounced Gideon. Armageddon. Okay.
Yeah, but but I don't think the orcs would be saying Gideon.
Well, you don't think the orcs would be in this story either, but fucking here they are.
That is true.
The few orcs around the bridge wisely kept their distance to their boss, having recently suffered a crushing defeat at the hands of the Crimson Fist Space Marines. They were lucky to get out with their space hulks intact, although intact is probably too much praise for the mishmash of fused together ships, asteroids, and other space junk. To say Nafthlug was pissed was to say the Titanic was waterlogged. Wow. No.
There's so much wrong with this.
A. No. B. Death penalty. Alright. Currently, they were headed to Armageddon, the planet famous for the most contested planet in the sector. Target of 2 subsequent WOGs, it became synonym for prolonged conflict, and it was the closest thing to an orc's ideal heaven in existence. Now, Thug planned to get into the thick of the fighting, find the biggest, baddest boys available, and Shanghai them into a quest for vengeance against the Marines that had cost him so much. Unfortunately, that involved actually getting there first. Yeah, question. Orcs don't typically have plans on how to get off planets. Like, 99% of orc warlords kind of just crash their ships into a planet, and that's typically where they die. Not from the crashing of the ship, but just over time on the planet that they crashed into.
They're just like, we're going there. And ship smashes in. The end.
Yeah. Now there are orcs on that planet, and that's how orcs go to planets. Anyway, blah 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 blah. Get your flying controls, blah 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 blah. Bolts, get over here so I can shoot you. Oh, good, it's a repeat. Wait.
What do you mean it's a repeat?
He's repeating what he said. He's repeating the first lines again of the story. Nathug shot bolts at a star. At the shock attack gun. Allowing, wait, what? A shock attack gun is a marvel of technology, allowing miniature tunnels through the warp, allowing living beings to safely pass light speed. What?
What?
Orcs being orcs, use them to shoot snotlings at people. I don't think you quite understand orc technology, sir. Oh, if I, yeah. Yeah. Shock attack gun fires snotlings, not large orcs. Punches holes in reality. Shoot blah 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 blah. Does not matter. Shouting at the power core for half an hour. Actually, for orcs, repairing a power core might actually entail dumping a bunch of parts on top of it and then shooting it a bunch. You can't really say otherwise. Just like, you know, they're orcs. If they believe that's how you fix something, that's how it's gonna be fixed. Like, honestly, right now, canonically, what's the term? Gretchens banging on things with their hammers magically fixes them. That's canonical.
Yeah.
So, you know. Anyway. Blah blah blah, do it yourself, customizations, warp drive, Kage Bushin Nujutsu, because, the orcs annihilated themselves out of the reality and for some reason got attached to Naruto's summoning jutsu of shadow clones.
See, here's the thing. I can easily understand the orcs annihilating themselves out of reality.
Yes.
I'm sure that's a frequent occurrence. Why the fuck is he getting attached to Naruto?
I'm not quite sure. Anyway, so this is during the very start of Naruto. Kage Bushin Jutsu, perform new teak. He was covered in a green hue, and his eyes glowed red. And a new presence made itself known into the world. Puff of smoke, green figures, filled the clearing. Actually, they filled more than the clearing. There was hundreds of thousands of orcs suddenly summoned into the forest.
Seems good.
Okay, failed Bushins won't stop me. Failed Bushins. Look, author, I know Mizuki is often portrayed as pretty dumb, and let's be honest here, he is pretty fucking dumb. He's still a Chunin. He still did make it to the Chunin rank during a war.
Like, his plan is not the greatest, but he gets there. You know?
He's not glue eating retarded. Anyway, orcs are what the Zog just happened. Naruto didn't know what happened, and they're not the orcs are not dispelling. All right, everyone, attack him. He shouted, jumping to fight Mizuki. Ha! As if you could defeat me. Oh. The clone behind him wasn't so lucky and took the shuriken to the chest, dispelling it. So Naruto's shadow clones are now orcs. He didn't summon the orcs. Naruto's shadow clones are now orcs.
This is so much more retarded than I thought.
Yes.
Because the author has now taken one of the key strengths of the orcs, namely the fact that they are almost impossible to kill, and given them the weakness of shadow clones, which means they can be one-shot.
Okay. Let's get them. Come on, lads. Daka, daka, daka. That's
totally how that happens, don't you know?
no. I ain't got a bleeding idea what just happened, but that was fun, Nath Thug said, after Mizuki and a half of the surrounding forest had been reduced to a bullet-riddled piles of ash.
No, it would not be fun for them. They'd be like, oh, we killed one Humi. This is fucking lame. Let's find more Humies to kill.
We killed one Humi that bounced around a bit and threw big-ass pieces of metal.
Also, they would absolutely murder Naruto in the process.
It's a possibility.
Now, whether it's by accident or on purpose,
yeah.
That's a different, argument. But pretty sure Naruto would fucking die. Just say it.
Yeah, really, the only species from Warhammer that could be convinced to work for Naruto would be the orcs, honestly. Because
the Imperium isn't going to give a shit.
The Imperium would purge him for being a mutant.
No. To be fair, they might just consider him an untrained psyker.
And then purge him.
They don't always kill untrained psykers. Because there's a difference between
but it's a planet.
Untrained...
It's a planet of untrained psykers.
Yeah, the Imperium wouldn't purge them. They'd be like, oh shit, I gotta go tell my boss I just found a planet of motherfucking psykers.
And then they would exterminate the shit out of it.
No, they would subjugate the shit out of it. Do you have any idea how much of a boner the black ships would be getting, Sneaky?
Okay, fair enough, you're right. The black ships would be getting a pretty big boner for that.
The black ships would be like, I'm sorry, did you just say you found a planet full of psychics? You get one free heresy pass. Obviously, they would never say that, but...
Yeah, alright. Anyway.
Like, if there was ever a good way to get yourself off the Inquisition shit list, notice I'm not saying onto their good list, because the Inquisition doesn't have a good list. They just have a shit list, and people that are not yet on their shit list.
By the way, I've been watching like 10 to 15 episodes of this on YouTube. Apparently I have an addiction. Love the stuff you guys do.
Ugh.
You poor bastard.
I hope you didn't start at the beginning.
I think he did. If you started at the beginning, you're gonna get to that joke, that inside joke, that Harry Potter joke that we do on the inside.
Oh, please stop saying that Harry Potter joke we do on the inside. It is uncomfortable.
Just like 323 anal tears?
Thank God we can't put that on a shirt.
I'm sure someone will.
And it will not be officially sanctioned merchandise.
Nope, no it won't. Unless we get paid part of the profits.
No, we have no desire to associate that with our brand.
It'll be officially unsanctioned merchandise.
Officially unsanctioned merchandise, huh?
Should I get Naruto on DVD, or should I stay with Detective Conan? Naruto is not worth watching. Naruto is worth reading if you have a decent amount of time. The manga, it's up there for free. Don't buy the DVD. Don't buy or watch the anime in general, really, because there's like an extra 120 hours of filler.
Now, well, no, to be fair, you can just look up what the fucking filler is and just skip it.
That's true, you could. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it really depends. But still, but buying the DVD, all I'm saying is don't put the money down for it, and there's really no place to get free Naruto stuff that isn't just the manga, that won't be
Yeah, but like,
later.
if you have like Crunchyroll or Netflix or whatever, and if you're looking for something to just put on in the damn background,
yeah,
go for it.
I guess, yeah.
I wouldn't recommend paying money for it, though. Like if you already have Netflix or Crunchyroll or Hulu or what the fuck ever, go for it. But
yeah, I mean, but it's like 800 something episodes, though, isn't it, for Naruto? That's
yeah,
I think
because I think like the base season, like the original Naruto, even if you skip all the filler, I think that's still like 200 episodes.
YouTube is not a good place to get Naruto episodes. They actually cracked down pretty hard there.
YouTube is not a good place to get pretty much any anime.
Anyway, blah blah blah. They all had a blast blowing up that one human. They got cheered on by the human in orange. They enjoyed the encouragement because they something whatever. Suddenly all the orcs with him felt as if they were being hauled into a tunnel and wound up in a sewer. Alright, who's tossing us about? Get yourself over here, I want to split your head. To the surprise, blah blah blah, be silent, you're disturbing me. Squig
Oh,
bit.
now they're just inside. Oh,
yep,
yeah,
they're
here
just
we go.
Oh, yes, Sword Art Online Abridged. That is the one good thing about YouTube, except they keep taking down Sword Art Online Abridged because the people who made Sword Art Online are a bunch of freaking tightwads.
Yeah, and so I highly recommend you go to Sword Art Online Abridged Facebook page.
Yeah.
Because Facebook understands what the fuck fair use is.
Use kissanime.ru. No, Arn. No.
What the fuck is the... I understand it means
Russia.
Russia.
Yeah.
I understand that. I'm saying I don't want to think about what that intent... Like...
Yes.
Ugh.
Blah blah blah. I am unloaded a big shooter. Alright, he shot the Kyuubi.
Fabulous idea.
Can't wait to show this to other people. I'm in the sewer. Okay, where am I? Naruto wandered around a bit. Found the source of the noise. Hundreds of green monsters were blowing down the walls and ceilings of the sewer. That's literally his seals/mindscape. We never really got a straight answer on that, did we?
No, but like I think in the same way that like Ichigo's internal world is a bunch of motherfucking skyscrapers, Naruto's is a sewer.
Yeah, but we never got a quite clear answer on if it's a mindscape or the sealscape.
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's what I've always thought.
Yeah, no, Kiss Anime is a site which you get free anime on, but it's also got shit tons of viruses on it. I know several times that Max himself has gotten viruses from the ads on that website. So, yes, obviously, people have done that before. Oh, Naruto's mind is a gutter. Oh, clearly he must have a harem.
I was gonna say,
yeah, Max is dumb, and for some reason doesn't use ad blockers.
See, here's the thing. I might have bought that joke, back, like if that joke came up after Naruto met Jiraiya, but it happens before he meets Jiraiya. Yeah. So, and I'm not saying he was a paragon of virtue before he met Jiraiya, but he was a reasonably good, not perverted child.
Yeah. Well, even after that, he still wasn't perverted.
Yeah, but hang around with Jiraiya.
Yeah, depends. Anyway,
the man literally writes porn I can't say it's for a living, but...
Yeah. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. They were breaking down his walls. Blah, blah, blah. They were building a massive fortress. They're starting up an orc camp in his mind. Made out of steel, brick, and rubble duct taped together in brown lumps.
Of course.
He made his way through. My jailer finally took a visit. Who's there? A red fox the size of a large wolf appeared. Surely you know of me. Yes, I'm the Kyuubi. Why are you so small? Because I was big. You'd be discovered by these people. I do not know what happened. These brutes arrived here. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. Each soul got its own... The Kage Bunshin spread your soul over the clones. It's not like that. Moving on. Because there were so many souls present in your mind, each soul got their own body as well as unique characteristics. But that doesn't explain...
You still have yet to explain why. Like, we don't even have the lame-ass explanation that most stories go for, which is Zinch / the Emperor said so.
Indeed. What's the difference between
while that is
Mindscape...
a cop-out, it's at least an acceptable cop-out within the lore of 40k, because you have godlike beings saying, what if I did this? This is literally just because I said so, says the author.
Calvin says, what's the difference between Mindscape and Sealscape? Mindscape is your brain. Sealscape is the seal. So if you remove the seal from Naruto, there wouldn't be a Sealscape anymore.
Just a Mindscape.
Yeah. Mindscape would still be there as long as, sentient. What seal? The seal on Naruto. Like, 99% of the show of Naruto is about Naruto with his seal for the Kyuubi on it. Yeah, that I mean, even people that don't know Naruto sort of know that much. You're sad, but I mean, I'm just messing with you. Anyway, yeah, just Wikipedia Naruto then or something. Blah 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 blah. All the clones I make would look like me because they're part of me. Now I use these guys to make clones. They've broken down the unimportant stuff like mental blocks, but if you're not if you're not careful, they'll start tearing down your memories and self-control.
Okay, just putting this out there. If the brain has constructed a mental block, it's generally done that for a good reason. Sorry, what'd you say, Sneaky?
We had a new person, Octavia. Yeah, it's just,
generally speaking, if it's like, oh, oh, that time the villagers all beat me, and I don't want to remember that. Let's block that out.
Yes, Naruto fanfiction indeed. The link to the Naruto fanfiction we're covering can be found down below. For everyone who is just joining us, this is a Warhammer 40k Naruto fanfic in which the author took 2 dead stories from 2 separate authors, combined them, and wrote this. I'm also getting to the drunk state. And yes, Factorio is fine.
State.
The drunk state of drunk.
Ah.
Anyway. I gotta stop them! You've seen Mizuki, what do you think they'll do to you? I can't sit here. You must learn how to fight with your mind before engaging them. Okay, Professor Xavier! How do I do that? Enter my cage and I'll show you. No way. Why should I trust you? Because if these things were to take control of you, you would die in a week, and I would too. How long will this take then? 2 months. I don't have 2 months. We've got 2 hours. I have the ability to speed up time in my cage. Alright, let's keep going. Wait for it. Wait for the punchline, everyone. Yelling, Naruto, now I'll eat you, ha 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 ha, the fox laughed, pouncing on him. Yelling, Naruto protectively put his arms over his head, but instead of sharp teeth, he only felt warm breath. Opening one eye, he looked up at the Kyuubi, who grinned at him. Can't resist, it said, grinning. We have lots of work to do. Oh boy! So the punchline wasn't a punchline. The author was actually completely serious about the Kyuubi being able to speed time up inside his cage. Careful there, author. If you reach any farther up your ass, your hand might come out of your throat. Is this a writing stream? No. This is more of a, we sit here, we read absolute crap, and then tell you what they did wrong. So, sort of making fun of it.
We also occasionally try to exercise some humor.
Sort of educational. Not enough boobs. This isn't acceptable. I accept that 0 out of 10. We deserve that.
You know, we'll see what we can do.
Anyway. I hope everyone here is intelligent enough that I don't need to sit here and explain why exactly the Kyuubi being able to speed up time inside his cage makes no fucking sense at all. I'm not intelligent. Explain. I am not sober enough to explain such intricacies. This is fan fiction. I don't expect quality. Good, because I believe the last calculation for the fan fiction quality bar was around 0.9% now.
Yep. Out of the what? Probably 320 stories we've covered
300-ish stories we've covered at this point, yeah.
Most of them have been trash. And you actually say, it's fan fiction. I don't expect it to be good. Well, believe it or not, that's one of the reasons we started this damn show.
Yes, indeed. Anyway, point being, this is a fanon I actually hate a lot. It was done, was it done in Bleach? No. It was semi-done in Bleach. It's done a lot in Bleach fan fiction as well. And something that pisses me off is when they go, oh, well, we can speed up time because it's your mind.
No, that wasn't why they were able to speed up time.
Yeah, 500 for some alcohol. I appreciate your contributions to my attempt to inebriate myself. Yes, the orange-haired chick. Nailed it, Isley. I've not gotten into fan fiction because it requires at least somewhat of an understanding of the source material, and if it doesn't, then why make it fan fiction in the first place? Actually, Octavia, you would be surprised how many people I've seen write fan fiction for fandoms they have never read or watched or read about in terms of the wiki. Like, I have seen authors not even bother check the wiki before they go writing for a fandom.
There's been, I don't know what, Sneaky, would you say 20 stories, conservatively, where the author's just been like, hey, so I don't know shit about why, and I can't be asked to find out. So.
Yeah. No, there is nothing wrong with wiki-fed stories.
I'm not talking about wiki-fed stories.
No, I'm talking about Killam here. Killam is saying my top 2 stories are wiki-fed. There's nothing wrong with wiki-fed stories. If you sit down and be like, all right, let me look all this shit up, kudos to you. I mean, obviously you're going to be a bit less passionate about it because you're not really, like, invested in that series because you're not a fan of the series. Because if you were a fan of the series, you would have, not needed the wiki to write it.
Yeah.
But if you're not going to bother, like, oh, I've heard of Naruto before, I'm just going to start writing about a character in orange with yellow hair. I've seen that done. It's sad, it's pathetic, and it's painful because they're like, yeah, I think I remember hearing something about chakra. That lets you summon swords from your soul, right?
Yeah. But yeah, we have no problem with stories that are wiki-fed because that author has at least done research. The ones we have a problem with are the ones where they're like, yeah, so, I'm writing this, high school D times D times
I am
Naruto.
the chakra of my ramen bowl. I have forged 1,000 ships of the line, and I've never known victory or defeat.
Oh, don't you fucking start.
Heart of the cards, no jutsu! Yeah, no, that's stuff I've seen before. It's, yeah. I mean, you can do both, Calvin. You can do both. Yeah. Anyway. Glanced back into his mind. All the greenskins were frozen. Calm yourself, focus on your goal, let nothing stop you. That's the way to victory. When the hell did Naruto turn into freaking what's-his-face from Bleach? I have forged 1,000 harems as I pray. What's that, Gledwin? Right, Ard? Hold on. Gotta get more alcohol. Anyway, alright. Keep in mind you're a god here. Your attacks only hurt you if you let them hurt you. I mean, the orcs also are kind of gods here.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. We're standing in front of the gate after a grueling time of training that was completely skipped over.
Why would I cover that?
Oh,
that sounds like effort.
They're best friends. The Kyuubi and Naruto became best friends over the 2 months they spent together. In your mind, nothing is real. Not hunger, nor weakness, or even pain. These are products of your imagination and can be dismissed as such. What, is this fucking Inception now?
I don't fucking know. Man, I just want this story to be over.
Unlimited AU works.
All of you leave. All of you leave. Also, we're copywriting that. We won't share the profits either. But maybe we'll let you have a free t-shirt.
Indeed, indeed. Oh my god, this is painful. Where's your boss? Let me go, Pinky. Wrong answer. How about you? Do you feel like talking to... Oh my god, look at that wall of text. Not reading that. I'm about to piss him off. Okay, he's blasting his way through the fortress. Who did that? Get over here. I'm gonna beat you up. Surrender. Never. I'm a god here. Surrender. You aren't my god. I'll never bow to you. If you mean the small human was replaced by a figure resembling an orc, only twice as large as the largest orc the boys have ever seen. I needs to be like this, then that's no problem.
Okay, so here's the problem. It sounds like he is now trying to supplant Gork and Mork unknowingly. No proper orc would stand for any orc to dare try to supplant Gork or Mork.
Something clicked in Nafthug's mind. You are Gork, he said. You're the biggest boss there is. Why are you wearing a punny human form? Because I feel like it. Do I need to explain myself? Nope, you're the boss. That's a good orc. Follow me. We are crossing Warhammer, Orcs, and Witchcraft into Naruto, so Kyuubian time speed is now believable. I mean, fucking sure, man. Naruto was addicted to drugs and hookers. We didn't go over that, but it totally happened.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know why we're not using proper orc speech? Because both of us are terrible at it.
Come on, not proper work speed. Yeah, yeah. It's because I'm no, that's not occurring.
He's too drunk and I'm too ambivalent.
Yeah, basically, I can't feel my face anymore.
Are you sure that isn't just the radiation poisoning?
It might be. Oh, what's the Russian drinking song? Chernobyl, Chernobyl, oh Chernobyl.
And then something about oh my arms come alive.
Indeed. They stood in front of the cage, blah blah blah, extracted all the information from that. They stood in front of the cage. The Kyuubi extracted all usable information from Nafthug through the mind-melting technique. Picked it up from a pointy-eared traveler I ate.
Oh, good! Calvin will like this! Now we got some Star Trek in here! You happy about that, Calvin? We brought you some
You
Star
happy,
Trek
Calvin? We've brought you your fandom! So, if you know how to fix a story, are you all writers or comedians?
Well, A, I don't see why those are exclusive.
Well, yeah, I don't claim to be a writer. I can write. I have written fan fiction before. I have, written before. I've not published. Am I a comedian? I don't think I'm a comedian. Apparently 10 people here think I am. So, you know, just, yeah. I don't claim anything. I have never claimed to be a quality writer. I've never claimed to be a quality comedian. My only claim to fame is that I'm not a goddamn idiot, and I know shit when I see it. Anyway, you were saying that?
Yeah, I was going to say, you know, you can go back through any episode of this podcast, and we have never claimed to be quality writers. We've never claimed to be excellent writers. But what we have claimed to be able to do is to have a basic grasp of grammar and point out things that make absolutely no sense within their respective canons, which is why we stick to material that we have at least a loose grasp of.
And the other thing, to give you an idea of our own opinion on our writing, It's linked down below, and you see the panels down below. You see that dolphin? Is it the dolphin? I think it's either the dolphin or the trash can that links
It's
to
both.
our.
There's both.
Well, one of them links to me, and the other one links to our writings.
Yeah.
Both
the
of
dolphin
them
linked to the shared.
Yes, the dolphin. What a great day to be trash. Links to our shared writings. That's our opinion of our writing. We do not hold our writing in high regard.
It's trash, and we know it's trash.
We have never claimed to be any sort of authorities on this subject. We just got really tired one day of really shit fan fiction, and we're like, you know what? We're going to rip on this shit fan fiction, and if people find it funny, whoop-de-fucking-do. And knowing is half the battle!
Truly, it started as a form of catharsis after one particularly late night of horrible fiction.
Indeed. That it did. That it did.
Yeah, well, at least we're self-aware. That is the only thing we have claimed. That's
Yes.
the only thing we claim.
Self-awareness is the only thing we have claimed. Anyway. No, blah, blah, blah. It seemed they broke down the barrier holding your nightmares in check, and have enjoyed keeping the demons at bay that flowed forth. It's good you didn't interrupt the others fighting above, or you'd have to face your nightmares. You can't...
Honestly, that's the least ridiculous thing I've seen in this story so far.
Honestly, yeah, you're right. At least the author is being consistent. Which...
And it's like, hey, this is something that happened because the orcs were busting shit up.
Do you sort of... we have actually... I actually have some Sword Art Online fanfiction in store for you all today.
Oh, boy. Oh, God.
If I find it. In reality, it's just an excuse for Sneaky to get drunk. Recently, it has become an excuse for me to get drunk, and I do not deny this.
It's also been an excuse for me to tell him to not get drunk.
And I ignore him.
Mostly a fruitless endeavor.
Indeed. Don't summon all of the orcs at once, or you'll be left with no mental defense. Oh, well, you heard him. Back to fighting. The orc, who had been getting more bored, perked up. Sure thing, boss. Out of the way, you grots. Here I go. Wog. Don't worry about that. They're naturally psychotic. It won't affect you. Apparently, Kayuba's a doctor now, seeing Naruto's discomfort at the orc's bloodlust.
Alright, number one, having a bunch of psychopaths running around your mindscape, pretty sure that's going to affect you. After all, the Kyuubi was able to influence him.
Octavia, I'm sorry, but Octavia just claimed it's hard to not make a shitty selfic.
You sweet summer child.
Oh. Yeah, no. Wow. That's the most passive log that can
normally,
do.
you would be right. Normally, it should be very easy to create South fiction that isn't trash. For example, Sword Art Online Abridged. Fantastic stuff. No, we've definitely seen writers that mess it up for one reason or another. Sometimes the writing is competent, but the idea doesn't make any sense.
Or sometimes it's the opposite. Yeah. Anyway, I would like to say that Sal, before I move on to the next story, Sal is basically for guys like Twilight is for women. The main character basically has zero personality, and it specifically does all the things that the stereotype of men/women enjoy. So Twilight does a lot of romance and shit, where the women who read the story can implant themselves and replace the main character. And Sal does a lot of action and adventure and heroing and shit, and the main character basically has such little personality, you can think of whatever the fuck you want to replace him.
And they make sure they put in just enough hints of every personality trait possible that you can be like, oh, well, see, Kirito's just like me because of X thing.
Indeed. Good bad fics are like Sharknado. Damn straight, Calvin. There is a male Twilight, yes. Sal. No female vampires, though. No hot female vampires, to my knowledge, are in Sal.
I was gonna say, if you want hot female vampires, pretty sure you have to go watch Hellsing.
Yes! Police Girl. Hellsing Abridged. Do it.
Hellsing.
Was there a fic where Sal gets hijacked and Kayaba has to defect the good guys? I've never seen that.
Yeah, not that I know of.
You can take any character in Sal and find a character archetype that wasn't edited to make it. Yeah, I know.
Sao is its own special brand of trash fire.
Yes, truly. I always considered Sal was a fanfiction of Sword Art Online Abridged. Clearly, Sword Art Online Abridged was the original.
Indeed, of course.
Anyway, blah, blah, blah. There's 7,000 orcs in your brain. Either that, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, blah, blah, blah. There's 7,000.
Oh, sorry, you're really telling me that even on a subconscious, like, on a subconscious level, 7,000 orcs in your brain is going to have an effect. If for no other reason than because of orcs being...
Susuke Aizen!
Please don't remind me of that.
Susuke!
That was so painful.
Hey, at least I'm not shouting Schnee at the top of my lungs.
Because we're not reading Bruby.
Yet.
Oh, God.
Alright, moving this to completed fics, and we're gonna move on to the next story. Alright, so, I did have a just dumb story. So I went into the Bloodborne section to try and find more Bloodborne shit, because I got bored one day and looked up the wiki for Bloodborne at work, and so I was like, I want to read a Bloodborne fic, and, yeah. I excessively hope this is a shitpost. Also, what the hell is this? Oh. And the Dials of Time. How many stories has he posted? He's posted 23 stories. Alright, we'll cover Cledwin. Okay. Yeah, sure. Instinct. Yes. Can I join the VC or nah? I mean, we only have 2 people here, so if Atin's okay with it.
I mean, I don't give a fuck much either way.
Alright. So, let's do this. Wait, yes, Cledwin has hijacked this podcast. Yeah, so, if you feel like joining in, just pop on into General Man, and we'll drag you down. So you can guest star.
I definitely would call it dragging down, that's for damn sure.
Oh, it's 100% dragging down. Alright.
Instinct.
And now we have a guest star of Kill 'em, aka Cruel Rune, who has actually written some very popular stories for the Naruto D times D section.
I've read one and it's complete garbage. Please don't go read it. Don't do it.
Definitely go read it. And tell him how much you hate it. Because he loves that.
Yeah, I mean, that would be nice. Like, I've gotten death threats for it, so yeah, nothing at this point will phase me.
Oh boy, see that's the mark of real fan fiction when you get some death threats over it.
That
Dude,
is
there's this
actually
one guy-
the mark of good fan fiction. When you
There's
get
this one
death
guy
threats.
who has been PMing me daily for the last week, proposing changes to Naruto's peerage, which has not been made yet, and I'm just like, why?
Proposing changes to something that doesn't even exist.
Can you add Cyborg? Can you add Cyborg made into his peerage? He's like a pure devil. He's like Rock Lee, man.
It's like Rock Lee.
Hey, man. He done got the power. But
Calvin. Oh, you sweet summer child. Yes. Death threats
What?
over fanfiction. Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you sweet summer. Okay, so story time for y'all. So there's this one man named Kor Alaran. He writes Ruby fics, and he had this one fic called "Not This Time Fate," in which John couldn't die. When he died, restarted to the beginning of the proportionate amount of time that he died from the start of Beacon at. So if he died 2 years post Beacon, he started 2 years before Beacon. No, no, Calvin, they don't have better things to do. Anyway,
Oh,
so
you have no idea.
so in Not This Time Fate, he decided to end one of the chapters, like a chapter before the end of the story. He decided to end it on a cliffhanger that made it look like John had died and the whole story had restarted. And say what you will about Kor and some of his writing problems, he was competent enough to write a compelling enough story if you had gotten to that point where you were somewhat attached to the characters. And he basically implied with the ending of his chapter that all of those characters no longer existed anymore in the way that you liked them from his story. So, yes, he actually got death threats. He actually was mailed physical death threats according to him.
Oh yeah, that's very true. And my death threats came because I gave Issei a chapter.
Yeah. The D times D section
In
has
the
its own
D&D
problems.
fandom, I gave the
Yeah.
main character a chapter of actual character development. And people were like, oh, how dare you use Issei? You got Naruto in your story. Hey, don't use
Yeah.
Issei. Ugh.
Yeah, he got actual death threats for how he wrote his story.
His own story, mind you.
Yes. It was a significant amount of death threats. And that was just in the review section that I could see personally. I can't imagine how many he got over PM, email, or real life. Like,
And the thing is, like, Core, right? Like, his actual work email and shit aren't hard to find because he's...
yeah, because he's not subtle about it because he didn't think he needed to be.
My email ID isn't even available to people, and they still manage to fucking find and mail me. So I don't know how bad Core has it.
Yeah,
Never asked.
it was bad. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, you know, some of us on the internet are intelligent and try to keep as much of our personal information private as we can. So you know what? And I imagine you, same way, didn't, broadcast your address. Honestly, I'd be kind of flattered if someone went to the trouble of finding out.
Dude, if
my
someone was
personal
passionate enough about my fic that they sent me physical death threats when I wrote
Yeah,
something
I'd
they
be like,
didn't
you know
like,
what?
I'd be like,
the work ethic.
damn,
Good for
son.
you.
I'm doing it right fucking now. Give me a second.
Anyway, let's I'm not gonna read this fic that I've currently displayed, and you guys can read it on your own. I just wanted to point out this is a Ruby Bloodborne crossover called The Birth of Instinct. A what-if story, a retelling of the events when Yang Xiaolong went to look for her mother in the woods. When confronted by a deadly unknown threat, there seems to be no hope until a stranger intervenes. And
Alright, I have sent you a
it's
death
just walls of text. It is only walls of text. It is walls of text attached to walls of text. And guess what the next chapters are? More walls of text. And what the final chapter is? Flashback the Morning Crow. More walls of text.
Wait, is this finished?
No.
With that many walls, you pretty much built a house, man.
He's built the border of Mexico by this point.
I mean, this is like Trump's. Are you sure this is not Trump's own fanfiction account?
It might be. Who knows?
Listen, if we found Trump's fanfiction account, I feel like we should take this information and sell it to Tumblr for the highest bidder.
Guess.
No, honestly,
Holy
you're
wall of
seeing
text.
I will build a wall. It'll be the greatest wall. It'll be an instinctual wall.
We're going to build the greatest wall, and the wall will keep out all the Naruto.
I am sorry, Dude 87. This is a really interesting take on a Bloodborne Ruby crossover. Most of these stories never work out, but this has so much potential. The quality of your writing is very high.
Listen, I've learned how to ignore these because they call my writing thing high. And I'm like, what the fuck are you guys on?
Okay, no. Comparatively, your writing quality is high.
These are walls of text.
This is not high.
The dwindling candlelight kept flashing in Eileen's eyes as she tried to empty her mind.
See, it already rhymes, man. Kind of.
Oh,
Look,
God,
I just want to
Jesus
point out,
Christ.
look, Sneaky, the standards for fanfiction are incredibly low because there are people that read mine and Max's post of a story and enjoy it.
Hey,
Yes,
listen,
that is
Max's story from Mega Man is amazing.
That story.
Don't let Max hear you say
Don't
that.
let Max hear you say
I've-
that.
I've
That
said it to
story
him directly.
makes him almost commit seppuku every night.
He's genuinely upset with himself for writing that.
And he has you stuck with it for so fucking
Oh
long.
yeah. Oh yeah.
What a man. What a legend.
I'm a stable genius. He is a very stable genius, actually, according to his doctor. Well, maybe not a genius, but
An
stable.
instinctual genius.
So he's an instinctual genius.
Oh, God. I feel another joke coming on.
The only joke here is how long it takes for us to drink ourselves to death.
Once again, we here at Two Hits and a Southerner condone responsible drinking only. Don't drink and drive, folks.
I mean, but then how am I gonna get home, man?
Drink
Walk,
harder.
Call a taxi.
Dude,
Call Uber.
taxi's like for 30 pounds, man.
Yes, we actually, in fact, did do a reading of Calvin's fic, in which we kind of shit all over it. But to be
fair,
we did say it was okay.
There were parts that we were like, you know what, this isn't bad.
Yeah, I find that very hard to believe, but okay.
Anyway, so this is Cledwin, and
No,
for those
it got to, because, you know what, it was at that point we were like, you know what? He doesn't even speak English, and he writes with better grammar than like half the fucks that we covered.
it was actually kind of sad that the guy who barely speaks English, writes English, is a better English writer than some of the people we've featured.
See, that's one thing I've noticed on the site. A lot of the good writers, like Gabriel Blessing and shit, don't have English as their first language.
Yeah, or friggin' hell, who was that? Del Villoro? The guy who wrote Masked Up. He's Russian, and is a better English writer than a shit ton of people I've met.
And see, there's those people on one side, and then there's people like me. Or just trash. But okay.
Well, no, and then there's the people like Core who are like, oh yeah, no, they have an actual background in writing, and it's like, oh, well, this clearly shows because this is like a head and shoulders above everything else on this damn site.
Yeah, like those core stuff, right? Let's be very honest. His plots, his everything is like it's just bite-sized stuff. You pick it up and you go like, oh yeah, there's something.
Well, I mean,
funny.
it's,
And then there's
yeah.
40 chapters of it.
Well, that's why. That's his history from writing magazine articles or editing magazine articles. You know, it shows. You can tell the kind of writing he's used to.
Yeah.
Please note, I am American and am not entirely familiar with the British language.
Okay.
This is Cledwin. Alright, so a little history on Cledwin, because Cledwin and I actually have history, just like I have history with Fairy Tale Dragon
Who's
Slayer.
Cledwin?
Cledwin is a person who had contacted me previously on Discord who wanted help writing a story. I gave him said help. I later found out that he is basically can be summarized as a colossal idiot who is obsessed with Harry Potter to the point where he has his own twisted and warped headcanon of Harry Potter that he believes is actually canon.
Dude.
What?
It's like every Harry Potter writer ever. Like, the entire Harry Potter fan fiction database is filled with that kind of garbage, so yeah.
Just like yes, he's basically the fairy tale dragon slayer of the Harry Potter section, except he doesn't harass other people unless it's harassing other people to look at his fics. He'll do that.
So
he's done that.
Like Via Snake in that case.
Yeah, Arn has a long history with Cledwin. I'm a recent history with Cledwin. I met him back in like July, but Cledwin's long history includes basically the reason why we joked about doing 1,000 harems is every single day Cledwin would come on and tell us about the next Harry Potter harem he was going to write, and it was going to be a D times D cross, except he would pull characters from like literally every fucking anime out there to put into Harry's harem.
Cledwin, huh?
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm on his profile right now, and wow, no, I can't read.
Sneaky, think of it this way. At least he never wrote a Harry Potter Gundam Wing crossover.
Oh god.
I'm pretty sure he's taking characters from Gundam to make part of Harry's harem.
Why would anybody write anything about Gundam Wing? I'm sorry. Yeah, why?
No, go ahead. Feel free to shit on Gundam Wing. Gundam Wing's trash.
Gundam Wing is the Ruby of Gundam.
Imagine if Cledwin produced as much shit as Fairy Tail Dragon Slayer.
Hold on, I gotta ask, what do you mean by it's the Ruby of Gundam?
Yeah.
No, what do you mean by that?
Right, it's the same, like, it's basically the premise, there are four heroes and four these people, and they're all gonna be living kind of normal lives while also being Gundam dudes. And they've got really cool Gundams. One of them is edgy and it's got like a side.
Except Cledwin has 23 that there's 5 of them.
Well, see, the fifth one doesn't count because I actually like Ketra, so yeah.
I'm sorry. Ketra's the worst of them. No, I'm sorry. Hero's the worst. We can agree that Hero's the worst.
No, Hero is by far the worst. The reason I like Ketra is because he's, like, negligible. That's why I like him.
Okay.
He barely exists.
But see, for me, in that case, it's not Troa. It's
I hate Troa because his heavy arms had a horrible MG, and that figurine was horrible to build. So by extension, I hate Troa.
Yeah, but what was the Chinese one? The Chinese Wu Fei. Wu Fei existed even less than Ketra, though.
See, the thing with Wu Fei is he had that really cool fight scene with the dude. I forgot his thing, like where he drew his knife. Where while he had a Gundam, which he could have used to kill the guy, he drew a knife on the guy.
But that's retarded.
Yeah, that's what he did.
And so is Wu Fei.
That's why I hate him even more.
And see, I hate him by extension. Well, I mean, I hate him because he's trash.
No,
all the Wing characters are trash. But I hate him even more because stupid fucking suit in Gundam Versus is fucking bullshit. That extendo arm bullshit.
Oh god, no, let's not talk about that, right? Please, no. And, okay, I just realized, thanks to this, that my least favorite character in Gundam Wing is actually Milliardo Peacecraft. Charaz nibble the cheek. See, I'm a UC fag, so, yeah.
No, look. UC's fantastic.
You fucked up Thunderbolt, though. I mean, Season 1 was so good, and then Season 2 just...
Unfortunately, I cannot fucking find Thunderbolt anywhere. It is impossible.
Do you want me to give you a link?
Just PM it to me. Because everybody's like, Thunderbolt's amazing, and I'm like, I want to see it.
Dude, okay. Thunderbolt Season 1 was possibly the best thing I've seen for a long time on a Gundam. And then Season 2 went and completely destroyed that.
How does Thunderbolt stack up to, say, 0-0?
See, Thunderbolt is a bit... See, I can't compare the two, because Thunderbolt is a bit too small, but it's a bit... it's a lot more mature. That's what I can't put it as, yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot more brutal, too. Like, it's basically talking about a time when, like, the new type philosophy was very new and shit, and nobody fucking knew who these guys were, so they were just like, hey, why don't we find a way to interface directly with these big-ass mechs we've got?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that led to some really unfortunate things. So yes.
I already know about the Psycho Zaku.
Exactly. Do you know what it takes to pilot the Psychozaku?
Yeah, you have to get all 4 limbs cut off and
Exactly.
replace them with like little robot.
And like the thing is, the animation quality of Thunderbolt is something fucking else.
Mm.
And you know, like, okay, so you know how like us science buffs like to see the mechs actually perform according to the shit that's in them, right? And not some magical mystical power that somehow makes them better than
0-0, what?
Tronzab. But yeah, okay. So the final
I mean,
fight.
hey, at least it will never be as bad as Seed.
Oh, listen, Seed does not exist. We do not count Seed as an existence.
No, Seed exists because we acknowledge Seed exists so that we can continue denying that Double Zeta exists.
Well, yeah, Double Zeta. Let's see. The way I watched the UC was I watched Origins, I watched the original, I watched Zeta. I did not even know that Double Zeta existed, right?
Oh, you lucky bastard.
I didn't know. I thought nobody could be stupid enough to go to Double Zeta because before that I already watched Char's counterattack and that just made sense after Zeta, you know, somehow.
I mean, Char's counterattack was nonsense and completely destroyed Char's character, but yeah.
See, but then it makes sense, like chronology, so I didn't expect there to be anything in the middle.
Yeah.
And then I watched
for me,
Unicorn and suddenly I was into Gundam music as well, so yeah.
It has fantastic music. For me, it was I started with the original because, you know, I was young. I liked giant robots. And people were like, oh, well, you should watch Gundam. And someone was like, here's the original Gundam. And I was like, oh, boy, this is... Because here's the thing. At that time, my only other experience with anime had been the absolutely horseshit Speed Racer dub. So I was iffy.
No.
Which, incidentally, if you want to see something entertaining, I highly recommend the English dub of Speed Racer because it's trash.
Oh god.
Absolute trash. But so I watched the original Gundam and I was like, oh, well, this is great. And then I watched 0-0, and then I watched the 8th Mobile Suit Team.
Oh, dude. Oh, 8th Mobile Suit Team, man.
8th Mobile Suit Team is great. And then I had the misfortune to discover Seed, and I was like, oh, this is terrible. Everybody else says Wing is great. Let's see if Wing is okay. Oh, Jesus, this is terrible. I'm not listening to anyone ever again.
Wing is the most, like, it's Gundam casual.
Alright, you fucking space nerds. Let's get this show on the road. I have drinking enough alcohols. Ugh.
So what, are you reading the guy's thing?
I am reading his oldest harem. It is listed as suspense, romance, with the main characters of Harry Potter and an OC.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Author's note. This is the third and final rendition of this story chapter. I would like to thank Sir Goalie for his contributions to my continued work on this story. Everyone, I would like to ask you to press F and pay respects to Sir Goalie and his trip to hell.
Yeah.
No. This is just a suggestion, but unless you know the person, if you're gonna be collaborating with someone, unless you know them really, really well, that's probably not a good idea.
Atin, is a tornado consuming your home?
God damn it!
He just did the mute thing.
Because I'm not gonna make everyone else fucking suffer through it while I try to fix my fucking audio.
Just get a pop filter. It's cheap as all shit. It's like $5 or something. Just get
what?
One.
Who?
Pop filter. You know the round thing that goes in front of the mic. That
no,
makes,
dude.
like...
He doesn't use a mic setup like I do.
Oh, alright. What's he use? Like fucking like.
He uses a headset.
Just have a headset. Have a headset.
Get a fucking mic out and you're professional now.
You think we're professional? You think this show is professional? Where have you been for the last year?
See. Now you got the subscribe thing and like the bits thing. So I don't know, like put up a donation goal.
Oh, it's okay. I only give him and Max 10%.
All right.
You piece of shit. We're gonna have a conversation about that.
Anyway. His most recent stories are even more haremy than his current oldest one.
Haremy?
Oh, God. Oh god, press F to pay respects for this poor fucking soul. Oh, it's just walls of text. Oh, it's just walls of text. It's just
Holy
walls of text.
Batman!
It goes on. It's all walls of text.
And it keeps on coming out.
Oh my god, it's still going. Why is it still going?
Jesus Christ.
Well, we found what we're doing for the rest of the night.
Actually try reading it. It's fucking
In the year 2001, Lord Voldemort's reign had finally come to an end. It took the combined effort of the entire United Nations Aurora Reserve to finally quell the... You're gonna have to mute the stream.
What do you mean?
I can hear myself.
Yes, I just have to,
I'm on push to talk, so it's not me causing the echo here.
Oh wait, I just realized I've got my speakers on instead of my headphones. Give me a second.
You
Exactly.
fucking retard.
Unfortunately, I'm on push to talk.
I
so
have
nobody
an
can hear my
interesting
sarcastic laughing.
format. Well, I appreciate that you appreciate my format. Did we
headphones
lose?
are on.
We lost Olivia. We also lost Amlahaka Ploop. But we now have Dirk Shop Pudding. Welcome, Dirk Shop Pudding.
Dirk Shop Pudding, I suggest you run
your
far,
stay.
far away.
And he ran.
I'm more familiar to those walls of text, as you call them. Yes, well, walls of text are bad. I'm sure the... Oh, hold on, let me check. I don't want to talk out my ass before I shit on my own story. Did I walls of text?
Yes. There are walls of text.
Not really.
Go for it. Let's see your story.
I
Not
mean,
this one.
There's
your
two paragraphs. Yeah, there's two paragraphs there. No,
this one.
I don't have any.
Maybe.
I don't have any.
Not this one.
I don't have any.
Your
I
own
deleted
stories,
I
like,
deleted
not
those.
the UN Max.
They're terrible. No, I deleted those.
Yeah,
Why
no,
would you do
he
that?
took those down.
Yeah, no.
Seriously, he took them down.
They were so bad. I was just like, no.
You have 858 favorite stories. Holy shit.
You see, Sneaky's a cheap bastard and refuses to buy real books. This is actually a point of contention. He won't even read the real books that I'm willing to lend him.
Fuck off! I keep forgetting.
Mate,
Okay?
I'll mail you a fucking Kindle, right?
Oh my god! I will assassinate both of you.
But
You can just download the app. I've given you my password. Read the books. You complain about not having good books.
And then you read fanfiction, and then you read FTDS. Like, I
Hey,
read fanfiction,
I
I want to hurt
do
myself.
have
My
TDS
Kindle that
stories.
you can read at
Fuck
any time,
off.
Sneaky.
Yeah, I mean, Sneaky, the only reason I read fanfiction and write fanfiction is because I want to hurt myself. Isn't that point?
Well, then I'm in the right place.
Mm.
By this time, Hogwarts laid in ruins. The British Ministry of Magic and Muggle government had been routed, and the original British wizarding economy had been shattered, only to be replaced with Voldemort's own interpretation of a wizarding economy. National Socialism for everyone.
Don't you
That was
start
my
that.
beard just going down. Yeah, no. This is painful. I like it.
With
Please
that
continue.
said, Voldemort was finally in chains. He had been sentenced to live the remainder of his natural life in a form of magically induced stasis.
But the rest of his natural life, if he's in stasis, is until he comes out of stasis.
I mean, it's stasis. It's not like, oh yeah, he's just gonna beat a cell. It's stasis. He's immortal, basically. You're just keeping him in there till somebody fucking like thaws him out or something. I don't think this person understands what the word stasis.
Cledwin does not understand the English language in general.
I don't think Cledwin understands himself.
No, he doesn't.
Understanding of self unlocks your chakra. Wait, sorry, your aura. One of the two.
I must unlock your card so you may chakra me.
Oh my god.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, mate.
Quickly cast fireball so you may catch them all.
For all of my rage, I am still a level 3 mage.
Indeed.
Dude.
I'd like to tell you that I'm going to destroy you with forked lightning, but I only have 3 mana.
God damn it. Clarity time!
Oh no, that was a Magic the Gathering.
That
joke,
was a
buddy.
Magic the Gathering joke.
It could be anywhere. Listen, forked lightning is a huge thing now.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm your god too.
Okay, I am your god too. Welcome everyone. This is Fanfiction Contempt Theater 9001, where we sit around
He's
talking
so
about
drunk, he's
jack
gone back
fucking
to the start
shit
of the show.
and don't actually do anything worthwhile. If you're still here for some fuck all reason, why? If you're not here anymore, congratulations, you won't hear this message.
You have graduated.
Unfortunately, the
aptitude
cost
test
of the
system.
International Wizarding World's victory had been too much for Harry Potter.
Are you dying like mid-reading? Because that's what it sounds
He's
like.
dying because he won't stop drinking.
If you
Well,
can
that's
hear,
good. That
if
is
you
good.
can hear my death, that means my soul is escaping through my mouth. It had started with Dumbledore and Sirius, who had both
Sirius.
died too much early in the conflict.
Much too
Sirius
early.
had died less than a year after Voldemort had returned to power, and Dumbledore, who was killed by Professor Snip by a year after that. Mr. Wisely, of course, died prior to Sirius when Nagini had bitten him at the Ministry when Arthur was on guard detail over the prophecy chamber in the Department of Mysteries.
Wait. Isn't Nagini like an anaconda? Like a big snake, right?
Yes.
Which are generally not venomous, right?
Yes. That was never exactly explained in the books either.
Well, that's because J.K. Rowling writes with the acumen of a 4-year-old. So yeah.
And to answer the chat's question, yes, Sneaky is 100% drunk.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. I mean, how else do you think he'll do this?
At the famous
He's
Battle
also
of
purposely
Hogwarts.
mispronouncing things.
I am.
Should I
Hogwarts.
take Ogre Magi?
The Wisely twins were felled by Bellatrix Lestrange, and Neville Longbottom was slain in an attempt to destroy Horcrux known as Nagini. But before even that happened, Harry had been forced to kill his best mate, Ronald Weasley, in self-defense when Ron became possessed by the Locket Horcrux and attempted to kill both Harry and Hermione in a fit of jealousy.
Mate,
Hey.
this gave me an aneurysm. It literally gave me an aneurysm.
What?
Like, there's only so much liberty you can take with plot, right, when you're writing a fanfic.
Well, no.
This guy's just...
No, you don't understand, because Ronald
Come on,
Weasley...
you drunk bastard.
Ronald Weasley is a dick. Well, he has a dick, and by having more dicks in the story, that means he would have to write about people who have dicks. And Cledwin doesn't like writing about people who have dicks unless it's Harry Potter. And
I
he's
want to
sticking
meet
it
this
in
person.
someone.
For some reason, I want to meet this person.
No, you don't.
Like, I want to know what kind of person. Like, there's 2 people in the world I want to meet now.
Alright,
One
so
is, of course, O.J.
I
Simpson.
want to tell you a little thing.
Uh-huh.
He's the sort of person who left Arn's server after Arn told him he doesn't care.
Arn has a server?
Arn has a server.
Does Arn do have a server?
He
Arn,
just
what do
shit
you
posts
do?
all over it and basically nothing else.
So Arn's got a shitpost server. God damn it.
Yes.
That makes
and-
him more useful than you.
No, it's really nothing. He just sits there and talks about Hitler all day. It's really
That's
unoriginal.
amazing. That's like really.
Anyway, so
In the week?
Cledwin was on Arn's server, and Arn told him, "I don't care about you or your stories." And Cledwin was like, "My butthurt is too big. I'm running to our fanfiction Discord now because they tell me my
Isn't
stories
that
are
one
good.
where
like about-
everybody's nice and everybody's got
Yeah,
like,
that's the
beauty,
server
soda.
that's the Discord server in which they told Arn that him shipping a flea with a car was a valid romantic relationship.
Wait, Arn. Oh, okay.
We're
Arn,
not here to
okay,
talk
listen,
about that.
Not here to
Yeah,
talk
he's
about
not
though.
here.
While I definitely want to know about this, I will ask him later.
Yes.
Or you can just
Or
talk
in the Discord.
Yeah. It's a lovely place, Discord. You should all join if you have not.
Why is
See-
it wait,
See, this
why
is what I like about us. We don't care about any of you. None of you. We hate all of you.
why
we'll
the
tell you that to your
fuck did
faces.
Sith just invite me to a wedding?
What?
Who's going? Wait. What?
It's someone I've known for a really long time. Apparently he's getting married and wanted to
Well,
know...
see, that means he's making progress in life. And you're
Yeah.
reading fanfiction.
Wait, who's getting married? Sneaky?
Seth, it's a really he was a friend I made before I met Max.
You
And then
friends
Max was
before
all
you
you
knew
needed.
Max?
Yes, he is basically like a 20-year-old, more alcoholic version of me.
And then how is he getting married? I mean, is he not like okay with his alcohol? Did something happen? Did he get hurt?
He's got quite a bit of money.
I know that feeling, but yeah, like, but did he get hurt or something?
And wait, harem and incest.
Wait, no.
Okay, so the point is, this is a bunch of stupid. He kills off all the characters he doesn't like, and they're all in love with Harry Potter. This is one of his newer stories, ish, sort of. According to Arn, he decided to include pedophilia and incest in here. No, just incest.
Arn, listen, I would love. No, actually, don't. Wait, is it for your server or is it for our fanfiction server? Because the our fanfiction server and me don't get along.
Why make it complicated? He should touch the mirror and zap him into a mirror universe.
Why can I
mean,
not touch the mirror
yeah.
and go to a different universe?
Alright, to be fair, that's about as much effort as Star Trek put into something.
Am I capable of reproduction?
No, you're not.
Well, that depends.
Well, you are, but then
haven't-
the government would not allow it.
Yes, well, it would be against the Geneva Convention.
Yeah.
And really, do you really want him to be a parent?
See, I could
I
somehow
would
see
make
it
the
working
best
out.
parent. Thank
but,
you.
but
You
I
would be a terrible parental figure.
See, he would be a terrible parental figure, but then he would get his kid into underage drinking, which means he would not go into early drugs, which means that he might actually end up as a decent member of society. So I'd give it my fucking, like, go ahead, go for it.
Okay, let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Wow! He actually got rid of the walls of text. Alright, he did improve. Well, shit. Alright,
Well,
so,
let's see how long that lasts.
Blah, blah, blah. Lily's protecting the baby. You take my son. Blah, blah, blah. I'll kill you. Blah, blah, blah. She dead. Unknown time and date in Somerset Isles later. I arrived at Potter Manor. She noticed all of the furniture had covers over the furniture. I remember putting those covers on the furniture. Moving around the room. Furniture on the house. Went into the basement. There wasn't even any house elves anymore.
Well, they don't have servants anymore. How will they survive, I wonder?
I think the
I
point
mean,
of talking
I
about
don't
that is
know.
to be like,
As an American,
the house elves are dead because there hasn't been any wizards here. Like, this,
Oh
a
my-
large
sorry,
period of
Dad.
time has passed, I think, is the point.
Push me to the edge.
Indeed. I assure you, he only improved dramatically. Downhill is everything else. Well.
Well, see, I bet he found like a dictionary at this point. Like, that's
Calvin, yes, the common fanon, cliche is to have Harry Potter actually own multiple houses that all had house elves in them and were conveniently unplottable.
Oh,
Yeah. Anyway, so
Unless he said
bye,
the word-
Calvin. Ah.
Why is
Unknown
Dragonite so
time and
useless?
date later. Lily Potter, blah blah blah, walked into Diagon Alley, blah blah blah, noticed me not charm on herself, blah blah blah. A interesting side effect of Lily's powers is that she could access the money of the Potter Vault without ever entering Gringotts.
What kind of power is that?
What? What?
Is it a contrived kind of power? Oh yeah, I can just get money from a certain beneficiary without, going to the beneficiary's bank.
I would love to see how the goblins of Gringotts are reacting
we
to that
missed
kind of
it.
ledger error.
We're sorry, I have been unfaithful to everyone here. I did not read the summary. What if Lily Evans was more than she seemed? This is a story of a woman who is vastly more powerful than Voldemort or Dumbledore could ever imagine, and how she derails the powerful machinations of both these men.
Who's Lily Evans?
Lily Evans is Harry Potter's mother.
Oh.
The genie of Harry Potter. So apparently, Lily is a genie.
Oh, that's... Do they even exist in the Potterverse?
No.
Well...
Anyway, blah, blah, blah. She's able to summon gold out of Gringotts. And she's able to summon that money as either gold or, pounds.
Oh, that's...
Okay, but how? Like...
Because fuck you.
No, because you know what? Those goblins are
Because
so
fuck you.
tight-fisted with that gold, they would notice it disappearing, and they'd be like, what the fuck? Our ledgers are wrong.
Oh,
Our
they
ledgers
certainly
cannot be wrong."
would know.
But mate, it's like
yes.
magic, man.
They would know, but it doesn't matter because fuck you. That is how this plot is written. And blah blah blah. Purchase daily profit. It was 1990. Fudge had been just elected. 9 years had passed. She casted silencing charms on herself. Empty house, blah blah blah. He's totally been placed with Petunia. I mean, that deduction of logic is mildly okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Like, that's the only living relative, so I see no problems here.
Lily scowled at the golden
Wait,
dome.
is Harry gonna fuck his mom? Is that what's gonna happen here?
Probably. I don't know what's up with these fandoms. Like, okay, is the Harry Potter
Fanfiction indeed! This show is called Fanfiction Contempt Theater. I don't know why people are surprised. It's both fanfiction and me reading it and being contemptuous with it.
The name of the show literally says it all, folks.
I mean, hell, I even have the name of the show in the top bar. Fanfiction Contempt Theater, hosted by SneakyDevil and joined by Atin. And yes, precisely it is Harry Potter, harem, incest fanfiction. Welcome to me randomly selecting fics off of fanfiction.net.
It's to write fanfiction.
Most of us actually here did at some point.
I would say did or actively do.
I'm actively ashamed of it too.
No, I'm talking about even the people in the chat.
Oh,
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I wonder what Arn wrote, just like what meme fan.
Yeah, he did. He wrote a one-shot meme fic.
Oh god.
Still technically qualifies him as a writer.
Indeed.
Oh, definitely does.
Anyway, there is a golden dome around Little Winging, and it's blood magic keyed to the blood of Lily Evans, which was my former body, which means my current body can't get near him. It's not incest, because she's not Lily Evans anymore, guys.
Okay, then how is she taking money from the Potter Vault?
Because fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Atin. You're trying to find reason in places where it doesn't exist.
That is in my job description, I'll have you know.
What do you even do for a living?
Oh, no, I'm not talking about, I'm a student. I'm talking about my job description for this show.
Yes,
Yeah,
Xerxes here wrote a
but-
fanfiction organization app. And it's good. Too
Ooh.
good.
Xerxes OP.
Anyway, she walked along the perimeter. It's blocking me. Who's ever did this, orchestrated, blah, blah, blah. Petunia, I hope you're treating my son well. If not, you will regret it. She cried to the heavens, Lily. It taken ages for Lily to decide to simply wait. Blah blah blah, Harry Potter, blah blah blah. She's seen Vernon Dursley beating her son.
Oh,
Of course. And blah blah blah.
Glad we got one of those.
Stalking
I love
Harry.
it's got
Blah blah
1,000
blah. Disguised as an elderly redhead.
Like,
Was about to go
why
help.
does the Harry Potter fandom like making the Dursleys like Hitler incarnate?
Because how else can you hate them if they're not Hitler? Like, isn't that the only way to hate someone, is making them Hitler?
Oh, it's
be
almost like you
okay.
aren't supposed to hate them.
it's to be honest, even J.K. Rowling to some extent makes you want to hate the dude.
Yeah,
I can't feel
but
my
not
right leg
nearly
anymore.
to the extent these people do.
Oh, you can't feel your right leg anymore.
Yeah, no, my right leg is now numb.
Well done. Is that the alcohol? Or
That
is what
okay?
you're on it?
That's sneaky. Do you smell toast?
I do not smell toast yet.
Okay, then we're fine.
I shall keep drinking until I do.
No, don't do that.
Do that. I completely endorse it. I'll give you 500 more bits.
I hope you're treating my son well. If you don't, you will regret it. Yes. Welcome to
Regret.
Harry Potter fanfiction in a nutshell. Lily had not been happy. She didn't know why Vault Keeper Ragnarok. That's another piece of fanon, I believe. Ragnarok. And it's kind of an annoying one because we get was that Harry Crow? I believe Harry Crow was the one that popularized Ragnarok.
Fuck is a Harry
Crow?
Crow?
Harry Crow is the only mildly well written Harry Potter raised by goblins story.
No.
I say mildly well written because the rest of them are shit.
I'm just saying no. That's all I'm saying, man.
And
I'm sure Dark Lord Potter has done something like that, Isley. Dark Lord Potter, for anyone interested, is another Harry Potter fanfiction website, and they get really edgy over there.
Well, it's named Dark Lord Potter. What do you really expect?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, Lily was currently standing about 20 feet from her son. She heard Molly Weasley scream at him. She rolled her eyes. Leave it to Molly to have more kids than sense. Haha, literally, because she's running out of money.
Okay. Would you like to add something to that, Atin?
I think Atin has killed himself.
Give it up. Yeah, I probably has. You know, I'm considering it myself.
you know, I'm still here, but I've got like 3 swords in my room, only one of which is for display purposes. They're
How
starting
many
to
of
look
them are
mighty
Japanese?
tempting.
Glorious Nippon Steel!
Actually, no, none of them are glorious
Wow.
Nippon Steel.
When you were out drinking.
1,000
Off of the
folds!
And now, when the enemies are at the gates, you ask me for help?
No, I just like them because they look nice on my wall.
Indeed. Lily
Anyone else
stood
looks nice
back
on the
and
wall?
watched as Molly helped Harry and then followed through. Lily frowned a moment in thought. There was something deeply unsettling about what just happened, and Lily could not put her finger on it just yet.
Your kid's being raised by someone else.
1 year later!
What?
Lily made a point to be in Hogsmeade every weekend. Potter's in the hospital due to magical exhaustion. Flew
that
Madame
like
Pomfrey's
chocolate?
office, Hogwarts. Now, normally a person needs to ask permission. Lily's nature as a genie allowed her to ignore restrictions of flu travel if it concerned her master.
Alright, may I ask you something first? Magical exhaustion, is that a thing in canon? Or is
Yeah,
that just
actually,
from
yeah,
nerd?
that's actually in Harry Potter. You actually can get exhausted from casting spells.
That's kind of nebulous, isn't it? Because like I believe
Yes,
like I play the video games.
It's the same rule set as the flickering shield. Basically,
Yeah.
they'll only ever get exhausted casting spells.
So more like the flaccid wand.
Yes, we'll call it the flaccid wand.
Yes.
It's only they can cast spells all they want until it's plot relevant for them to be tired from casting spells.
And that was actually one of the things, like, when I first started reading Aragon, I was hoping that wouldn't happen, because the author was like, no. There's magical exhaustion, but here's the definitive rules for it. The rules for magic are, anything you're doing with magic takes an equivalent amount of magic work as it would to do physical work.
Yeah.
You want to smash that boulder into 1,000 pieces? It's going to feel like you smashed a boulder into 1,000 pieces.
It's just like automating the work, you know. But then like that entire thing about you can kind of suck magical energy out of like life and shit. But yeah.
Flickering
Like
shield.
I
So
hope they would.
to anyone unaware of what the flickering shield is, the flickering shield is the shield will always be a shield until it's no longer needs to be a shield for plot reasons, and then it's no longer a shield. So basically, in Star Wars, for example, the battleship is eating shot after shot after shot, but only when the heroes need a distraction because they've boarded the ship does the shield finally go down and a shot gets through, distracting the people who are about to kill them.
Yeah, or it's, our ship is running away and it's just been eating shot after shot without a problem. But now the shields are down, so the heroes need to hero.
Yeah. Basically, it's plot armor until no longer relevant. Or required. And it's called flickering because sometimes then it goes back up. It's like, okay, because the heroes finished doing their hero thing, the shield's back up now, and they can continue eating shots all they want, and they get away. Yeah. It's the dramatic moment of, oh no, we've run out of X energy. Now we have to actually fight harder or something. And then when they win, they're suddenly fine. Yeah. Anyway.
Or like
My
in
power
Star
comes
Trek.
from a nakama.
So,
Or like in Star
anyway,
Trek. Blank has happened. We have to do blank. It's fucking annoying.
What?
Apparently, Lily has become the servant of Harry Potter in this story.
See, the more you read this, the more I want to kill myself.
Yes.
I've seen you go through like so many stories now at this point. I've seen you like read almost like, let's say, 50 stories at this point, right?
Yes.
This one hurts me the most. I'm not even a part of this fandom.
It should hurt you the most.
I've already left a review to this guy, and I'm just glad they're so verbose. It's like one line though, but it's very, very.
Poppy Pomfrey looked at the uninvited guest into her sanctum, where she saw the familiar lines and angles on her face. Was much too old to bear those features. She sighed, saying, "I was wondering when you would show up again." Lily Mock glared at the healer as she asked, "Do you happen to know who put those damn bloodboards around my surrogate sister's home?" Easy money being on the headmaster. Anyway, so blah blah blah, my son's a magnet for trouble. Blah blah blah, rogue teacher. Blah blah blah, it was powerful. Massive amount of magic. Okay, blah blah blah.
By the way, so at least one person at the school knows that Lily is A, alive, and B,
the Sylvanas fic. Yeah, that was painful.
Wait.
Isley. Isley. Mandalore is Atin.
I mean, couldn't you tell by like the fact that it's Mandalore? Like somebody went far enough to actually read the fucking books.
Hey, those are good fucking books.
They are good fucking books, but you went far enough to read them. That means it could only be you.
Yeah.
See?
Anyway.
Most of just saw the movie, then we're like, I'll watch them sometime else, fucking something or somewhat.
Blah blah blah. Side effect.
What I was gonna say was apparently Madame Pomfrey is both fully aware that Lily is just, I don't know, coming back to life or
Yeah,
body hopping.
she's
or
aware
what the
that
hell
the
ever,
genie.
and B has not told Harry.
Yeah.
Maybe at
Yeah.
a private moment, or
No.
even
Yeah. No.
keeping this knowledge
No,
to say
see,
Dumbledore. so Dumbledore can tell her.
no. See, Lily has to be there for the big reveal because otherwise, that would be like smart.
I mean,
Hey,
Lily
this
has
kid's
to
kind
be
of an
the
angry
head
loner,
girl.
depressed about being an orphan. What if I could tell him that his mom wasn't dead?
Atin, but see, the thing
That's
is, like,
applying logic to Cledwin, and
yeah, exactly.
applying logic to Cledwin is like applying logic to me on whether I should continue drinking this or not.
I mean, the answer is always going to be, well, fuck you, I'm going to do what I want anyway.
Basically. This story makes all my senses tingle. I can't feel my senses anymore. So I am.
Well, your senses better be tingling with pure rage.
That's the kind of
I'm
tingle
dead
I like.
inside. Anyway, blah 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 blah. Dark Lord possessing him. Expected of the headmaster. What can you tell me? He's like you, but looks like his dad. Why don't you talk to him? It's not the right moment for this discussion yet.
Not the right moment. All right.
You know the rules of my binding to the House of Potter. It would force me to be intimate with Harry now that he is new the head of house.
Oh, I just realized this fic reminds me of the early 2001.
I don't think he is old enough to appreciate that. I can't approach him until he is. Wait, so let me get this straight. Cledwin wrote a story in which Harry Potter's mother is a genie who entered a contract with James Potter requiring her to fuck the head of the house.
Oh.
Which would produce children, keep in mind. And eventually, said children have a possibility of becoming the head of house.
Can I ask
So
you a
she
question,
would be
by the way?
contractually obliged to fuck her own children? What the fuck, Cledwin?
Sneaky, Cledwin has mentioned that there will be a large but not massive harem.
Yes, there is a large but not massive harem. Which,
And the
I don't know
pairing
what those words
already
mean,
sounds
because
fun.
technically, harem is more than 2 girls. So a large harem is like, what? 5? 7?
Well, no, I mean technically it could be like 4. 4.
I mean, that sounds reasonable. It's large.
Yeah, but this
not
is Cledwin,
massive.
so reasonable is basically not a word he
I
understands.
I've read the Bible. My scale for what constitutes a massive harem is Solomon.
Well, 72 demons.
No.
See, I've not read the Baby Jesus book, so tell me.
No, Solomon, I think it was like 300 wives and like 400 concubines. Dude couldn't keep it in his pants.
Solomon was
He
a
must be
very unsuccessful man.
See, we know that the person whoever the fuck wrote the Bible was pretty much as good at writing as Fatal Dragon Slayer.
I mean,
Imagine if somebody dug up Fatal Dragon Slayer's work in the future and is like, oh, this is our Bible. Our god is this person called Naruto.
okay.
Naruto!
But here's the thing. At least the Bible's been backed up by archaeological records, so on some level, the events did occur.
What, like the gigantic flood in which this guy took like all his animals onto a boat and just...
No, actually, Atin is not wrong on that. The story of Noah the Ark is not original to the Bible. The story of Noah the Ark actually originated from Ulrich.
Holy shit, people were stupid even back then.
But no, there was actually a recorded flood. Not the level of Noah the Ark, no.
Right.
But there was a flood.
Certainly massively ecologically devastating.
Yeah.
That makes sense, yeah.
And like,
So,
well, no,
you
and
see,
like,
so So that
Solomon
makes sense, right?
existed. David existed.
Yeah.
Like,
So, see,
like
this
all
makes
of
sense,
these people
right?
have been historically. We have archaeological
Again,
evidence that they
see,
existed.
so this kind of makes sense now, right? Like, basically, the Bible is just a shitty fan fiction of this person's actual life.
Triangular some shit. Fuck everything. Welcome
Think about
to this podcast's true objective. The
no,
world
see,
doesn't matter.
here's
Fuck
the shot.
everything.
A small harem by FTDS standards is around 7 women.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Big harem by FTDS standards is around 13 women.
Welcome to the harem, everyone. Welcome to the harem. How about the main character only has one person? Well, see, that would be silly and intelligent.
Siltelligent.
That would be
Intelligent.
reflecting reality, which would defeat the purpose of Cledwin writing fanfiction to escape.
I mean, duh.
I don't know about the boat on top of a cliff, but they have found remains of boats in really odd places before that were quite a bit above sea level. Not like, oh man, it's on top of a mountain or something above sea level, but like, wow, how did a boat get up here kind of level?
But
Yeah.
what if somebody just saw like a really cool? You see those cartoons. Like somehow like, the tsunami and boats just end up on top of like a mountain and shit like that.
Yeah, no, that is, obviously, I'm not saying, oh, it's proof a flood occurred, but it's like, okay, clearly something happened that put the boat there.
Yeah. It was actually just people crying after they read Fatal Dragon's Lair.
It was actually just some asshole way in the past who was like, I'm just gonna put a boat right here and everyone's gonna be stumped.
So like it's like you, but in the past. Like
Yes.
At that point, there was no fan fiction, so you just said, "Oh, how would my time?"
Yeah, real life shit posting was the only method.
Yes.
Okay, look, hold up. We know for a fact that they did things like that because they found a medieval literal dick in a box. Someone a wood carver handcrafted a wooden box that popped out a little dick as a fuck you.
Oh, good old humans.
Yes. See, as you said, shit posters have existed since before humanity. I'm pretty sure the dinosaurs had shit posters too, man.
Anyway,
yeah, that whole thing.
blah blah blah. I forgot about your binding aspects. Blah blah blah. He's in Gryffindor.
Sneaky, can we not?
Oh, we're near the end. We're near the end of both this show and this story.
Oh my god.
Blah 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 blah. Canon stuff. Lily's side. This was shaping up to be like the deal what she had to deal with back when the head of House Potter, though it wasn't called at a time, asked her to look after his niece in the year 600.
Wait, Artorias is in this?
Oh yes, her name was Artorias.
Oh, there's no S. Okay.
Artoria. Oh,
great.
Yeah,
this is fate.
This is Cledwin's. This is Cledwin's signature all over this. He really likes Saberface in terms of adding to the harem.
But Saber's like so bland.
Yeah, exactly. And now she's part of the harem.
Do you know what Saberface is?
No, that makes sense because Cledwin sounds like a very bland man.
He is. He's a 35-something-year-old who spends his entire day. Yeah, he spends his entire day just thinking about a 12-year-old having sex with a bunch of women he'll never be capable of banging. Yeah.
Let's avoid potential slander charges, Sneaky.
But it's not slander though. It's true.
See, it's not slander if it can't be proved in court.
Except it can be proved in court because he.
Do you really think he's gonna hunt? Do you really think he's gonna hunt for your thing? Like this thing right here. Like he's like a big time author, man.
Does the thing go spaghetti blah blah?
I mean, the thing goes.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I don't pay too much attention. Anyway,
memes.
Blah 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 blah. Chamber of Secrets, and oh boy, the snake has a name.
What's it called?
The snake is named Nessa. Everyone, the giant basilisk of death and destruction is named Nessa.
It's just short for Vanessa, you know.
little blonde woman entered the room. You could have told me you were back, Lils. Hello, Sissa. I would have, of course, except finding you when you aren't attached to Lucius by the hip is difficult. Of course, Lucius is in the capital right now, missing students. My husband fired the headmaster. Oh, Narcissica! Oh, Narcissica Malfoy, who's best friends with the non-human! Of course! Of course!
He is in pain, but he's also in denial.
Yeah, I would like to point out, Isley, that not only do I have a real job in the real world, I am actually making money off sitting on my ass and talking about fanfiction.
He's making like, what, £15 from it, and most of it comes from me, but hey, whatever.
Even
it doesn't matter where it's come from. Money has
despite the
been
source, I am still receiving money.
Yeah, see. The thing is, like, the reason I pay you with bits is because I know that after doing all this entertaining business, you need alcohol.
Yes. Yes, I do. This.
Which is basically what the bits are
The tax,
or
the alcohol tax in my state that I'm in is absurd. It costs like $11 more to buy alcohol of the same amount here than it did in my old home.
You should never try to buy alcohol. Never.
Well, I had to because I wasn't driving to New Hampshire.
I'm talking to everyone else.
Oh, no, yeah. Anyway.
Obviously, you don't have a choice.
See,
Okay.
I'm a college student, and I have alcohol.
The upper half of my face is numb. Anyway,
we're getting there.
finding you, blah blah blah. What is it? Mild curiosity. Did you ever? Oh no. Did you ever develop affection for Lucius? No, I don't have affection for Lucius. I haven't had sex with him in 12 years.
Oh, full 12 years, huh?
What if I asked you, what if I told you that between the actions of your son and Lucius, you're no longer married to Lucius? What do you mean? My bond automatically updates me to the changes of nobility that my master possesses. And as for the reason of those changes, it turns out Harry was just named Lord Malfoy.
Oh, you see, I read that a little bit ahead of you. I saw it building up to it. I saw it happen in my mind before I read the fucking words.
It's 7:58, Sneaky. We can stop. We can just
No, I must read to the end of this.
Sneaky, you don't need to, honestly. You do not need to.
All three women there knew for a fact Narcissica's marriage contract was designed in such a way that she was not married to Lucius, but rather the head of the Malfoy family.
This is messed up on so many levels. Everything in this story.
It seems that Harry challenged your son to a wizarding duel. Draco did not show up. Harry's defeat of whatever was in the Chamber of Secrets counts as another victory against the House of Malfoy. Why? And curiously, also ones against the House of Slytherin and Gaunt because Lucius was directly responsible for the Chamber of Secrets. Okay, I guess. That's really stretching it. There's also the attempt on Harry's life by Lucius that was negated by Harry's house elf, who was also a former Malfoy house elf. Your son defeated Lucius or Draco 3 times. Right off conquest, Poppy said in all. Yes. So I think you should move into the Potter Manor with me as Harry's new wife.
Nice try. That part's not there. I know it's going to be there.
It's going to be there.
See, I'm trying to bribe you to stop.
Unfortunately for you, he's invested.
Unfortunately for you, we're done.
Ah.
Lily, can't you wait.
Don't do this to me, Sneaky.
Fucking what? We're not bringing Harry with us. No, the old headmaster set up a ward scheme that blocks me from even choosing where Harry can live.
Oh.
Narcissica commented, "Can't you disguise us as Hogwarts age people?" Lily blinked and then realized, "Yes, I can. Well, I'm afraid I would need you to turn you into a half genie. Do it.
Do it.
You should wait until
But-
next school year. I will arrange it so we're both
Do it.
considered." Wait. Oh yeah, so there's Poppy
Do it.
saying this. "You should wait until next school year. I will arrange it so you're both considered Harry's year instead of needing to be first years as transfer students.
Do it.
In the meantime, approach Harry without raising red flags."
Do it.
I wonder how you would like. See, okay, I have a newfound respect for you at this point. It's like you've been through this so long.
We have been doing this for
No, not the other
years and
stories. I'm just talking about Cleddy. Like this dude. You said you had history with him.
Yes. Yeah,
What-
he approached me with stories like this on a, at minimum, weekly basis before I blocked him. At first I helped him. At first I sat down with him and I was like, "All right, I'll help you plan this out. What characters and how? We'll figure it all out." And then he just I stopped helping him after the first time. I was like, "Oh wait, what happened to blank story that I was working on with you?" He's like, "Oh well, I decided it wouldn't work out." And I was like, "Fuck you, buddy. It took me 30 fucking hours out of my day to sit down with you so your bitch ass could get this story done, and you fucking bitched out on me like a little son of a bitch." Fucking bitches. Yeah, Arn's known him for 2 years, but more or less what happens when Arn and Cledwin talk to each other is I come back to a Discord filled with over 600 fucking messages of Cledwin saying really stupid shit and Arn just sitting there going, "No, you're fucking dumb. No, you're fucking dumb. No, you're fucking dumb."
He's still in your Discord.
No, he's gone. He's gone.
I'm gonna check the other one. Wait, let me see if there's somebody called Cledwin here.
Come on. Do this
Anyway,
later. We're starting
yeah,
a witch hunt
yeah,
on stream.
this is the end, everyone. Goodbye. Obviously, we're having people added to Harry's harem at a progressively high rate, and this chapter is going to end with Harry Potter finding his mother, and then apparently falling in love with her sexually, along with Narcissica.
At minimum.
You are a
minimum.
far kinder soul than I. I guess. I mean, I always hold the personal philosophy: if someone asks for help, you give it to them.
It's kind of like anal, you know.
I mean, obviously, if someone's like, "Yo, man, go help me rob a bank," I'm gonna be like, "No, fuck you."
But if someone's trying to improve themselves and they ask for your help,
yeah,
help
if
them
someone
out.
asks for my help and like, "Yo, hey man, can you check out my story? It's a Naruto story," I'd be like, "I know Naruto. Sure, I'll check it out."
Naruto.
And that's just a personal thing of mine. But anyway, everyone, it is that time again where I wave you all goodbye and say witty one-liners. Wash your teeth and brush your hair. Don't do drugs unless you can afford the consequences. And
as an alternative to drugs, I highly suggest Magic the Gathering cards.
Or drinks.
or that too. Yeah, Magic the Gathering cards is a good alternative.
Because you can
Anyway,
actually resell your Magic the Gathering cards without worrying about the police.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us today, everyone. As always, I'll be uploading this weekend. I'll be uploading all the shit, but you won't all know that because because all the archives will be published 1 week after they've been recorded. So you won't notice anything beyond the fact that next Friday this episode will be popping up on YouTube. If you want to catch us more live, and come back to the Twitch channel. If you want to not catch us live and instead feel like only watching us in the archive because you can't make 2 hours out of your day to sit here and waste your time, understandable. Catch us on YouTube. Thank you all for joining us for this long period of time. And as always, remember the following statement, because it will never not be true about this podcast. There is always more, and it always gets worse.